welcome to this week's edition of What Say You?
We did it.
What do we do?
We're back.
We're back.
It is. It's Monday.
Yes.
But this is for last week. We're not skipping a week. We're just a little late.
Right. We're a little late. We had shows in Foxwoods this weekend, and it's look, we're doing 2 TV shows, a tour, we're writing a book.
Yeah. If you don't like it, give us a break.
Just give us a break. Hashtag give us a break. Huh?
GUAB. Hashtag GUAB. T. Let's give us a break. Thanks.
Yeah. It rolls right off.
Hashtag GUABT.
Right off the tongue. We spent quite a bit of time today going through the Nugget Short Film Festival competitions.
We were hysterical laughing.
I know we're a little late on that, but what we saw today inspired us to get our asses in gear. I'm hoping Declan, if you listen to this, if you can't, you can't. But if you can go through the email and maybe cull together a bunch for us, yeah. I don't know.
No, we'll get to it.
After what we saw today, there's no way we could put this off any longer.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna view them all,
right?
And then maybe we'll name like a top 10.
Yeah.
And then we'll put them up to top 10,
right? And
then we'll ask for some feedback on them.
Yes,
and then we'll discuss the feedback that each of them are getting on the next podcast.
Right. Well, maybe not the next one.
Oh, well,
whenever we address that.
And then we still might have a Nugget podcast viewing, a Nugget Film Festival viewing.
Yes, I would love to do that.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Okay, so we're doing good.
If you don't know what we're talking about, we started a contest. It's the Nugget Film Festival contest. I think it was 30 seconds was the limit.
Well, most people went over that, but that's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just a film inspired by What Say You, a short film, claymation, animation, voiceover, narration, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, drawings, live action, and it has to be inspired by Nugget, and submit it to us, upload it to YouTube, and then email us the link to our Gmail account.
Right. And it's whatsayyoupodcast@gmail.com.
It's either whatsayyoupodcast@gmail or whatsayyoupod@gmail.
Let me look. I have it open right now. Let me look. But it's one of the, I think I want podcast on that because who cares, right?
And I think the deadline we started it maybe 5 episodes ago, Q, or more. I think the deadline was the end of April.
whatsayyoupodcast@gmail.com.
whatsayyoupodcast@gmail.com. Make the film, upload it to YouTube, tag What Say You, Nugget, GFY, tag all those things, our names in it. Send us the link to it, to whatsayyoupodcast@gmail.com.
Right.
And I think the deadline was the end of April, but we were busy, so now we're a few days in. And we're going to be looking at submissions in the next week or two. So if you still want to get some in at the buzzer, you can. We're going to name the top 3 winners.
Look at this one.
This one's unbelievable.
It's Nuggets European family vacation.
Oh, my God.
They made a car. They put a little poster. They're in London.
It's unbelievable.
There's a lot going on. If you went through the trouble of making them, we are gonna watch every single one and comment on it and get it done.
We're gonna watch them. We're gonna comment on them. We're gonna get other people's comments on them. We're gonna pick the top 10, then maybe crown the top 3. We're gonna maybe most likely have a viewing party with all the fans, and we'll have them running on loop. At the place.
It'll be good.
We're very excited. We saw some live action ones. We saw some paper ones.
Yes.
We saw some claymation ones. We saw. And they're so funny.
Right.
I encourage you guys to look each other's up and then comment on them and just get the ball rolling. Enjoy each other's work.
Right. All right. What do we got? Any business? Let's just get everything out of the way because I just want to go pure fucking fun, dude.
Okay.
Pure fun.
This weekend we are in Nashville.
Oh, that's right.
At the Vince Vaughn Wild West Comedy Festival.
That's right.
We perform at the Ryman Theater on Friday evening.
Okay.
It's not sold out yet. It's getting there. But if you're in or about Nashville, come see us there. 2 weekends later, the last Friday in May, we will be at the Sanger Theater in New Orleans.
Yes.
Louisiana. That went on sale kind of late. We're going to have a blast there. We're going to have a lot of the crew.
That I'm not even thinking of that as a show. It's weird, but I just look at that as we're going down there to have fun. Not that we don't every show, but like I'm just looking at, for some reason the New Orleans show just seems different to me than our normal show.
I think that we're going there for a mini vacay, and so we decided to do a show while we're there.
Right.
And that's the headspace we're in. The show's going to be fun, but I think that we all think that maybe anything can happen at the show.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little different than our usual show, I think. I think it'll be the same, but I think there's going to be elements where shit might go down at the show.
Yes.
And we're going to be with a crew of very, very funny people. Some of the writers from Impractical Jokers will be there, like a good handful of them actually, and other comedians and other writers from other shows. So who knows? Maybe we'll have something go down that'll be a one-time thing. So that's in New Orleans, and that's at the Sanger, and that's the last Friday in May.
Yes.
2 weeks after that, we're in Baltimore and Cleveland.
Right.
Baltimore and Cleveland. So check that out. And those shows are selling like crazy.
Yeah, those are almost gone.
Cleveland is a very big theater. It's almost 27 to 2,900. It's still a little bit of some tickets left. And you can still get probably good tickets because I think like in a big space like that, every once in a while there's these little pockets.
Right.
And then Baltimore, we added the second show. So there's plenty of tickets to the second show. So if you bought tickets to the first show, but they were in the nosebleeds and you want to get the closer tickets or whatever, or you thought after it's like nearly sold out, you said, forget it, get tickets to the Baltimore show.
Right.
Last but not least.
We got more?
Yeah. We're in our hometown of Staten Island.
Oh, that's right.
Friday, June 27th at the St. George Theater. This is where we grew up. This is 5 minutes from my home. We have 2 shows there. The late show is not yet sold out. We're going to have a lot of fun and special guests at that one, too. As a matter of fact, Bill Cosby is playing this theater this Friday. He's playing there, and I had tickets 5th row center
And
aisle.
you can't go.
I cannot go because I'm in Nashville, so my dad's going to go. And then the next night, Saturday, June 28th, we are at the Borgata in Atlantic City for 2 shows. I think there are still tickets available to that. And I'm pretty sure that's everything, except that we're going to be at the San Diego Comic-Con at the end of July.
Right.
I think we're doing a panel at the Comic-Con.
That would be fun.
I think we are guests of the Comic-Con.
Right.
Regardless or irregardless of that, we have a show in San Diego.
Right.
And that's July 20-something. Everything could be found on our website, thetenderloins.com. And that's really it. Don't forget, we have What Say You t-shirts for sale.
Right.
We went to London. We are thinking about pressing that into a vinyl.
Well, yeah, the plan, I was talking to Declan about it, and Declan is pretty, first of all, Declan has said that the London show's audio quality, he says, forget about any shows he's done. He says live professional recordings. He said for whatever reason, and it's probably because he was in charge of it, it is the best live recording he's ever heard in his entire life.
You scared the shit out of me. I thought you were going to say it was unusable.
No, he says it's the best live recording he's ever heard in his life. He says it's as if you're in the room. So the idea that we're kicking around is to maybe do like 500 vinyl pressing of the show, limited edition, and then just release it on iTunes. Get it out there. Show's going to be good. We're excited about that. It's just time. It's just time. But
we will get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it all. It's going to be great.
I've always wanted to be on vinyl.
Well, we can make it happen. I mean, we could hire Stacy. She got the fucking claymation movie up and going.
We can do that, and the fun stuff there will be all the artwork and stuff and design that we will probably have contests for.
Right.
I imagine.
Yeah, because we're not going to do the work ourselves.
No, but this is. Believe me, our fans want there to be a contest.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just going to be the funnest of the fun. I'm thinking this, too.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking besides like the cover art or the flip side of it or the sleeve art, because there's so many places to put different things.
Yeah.
Maybe we even have like an insert.
Okay.
Like a collage.
Of all the artwork? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, let's check out that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But don't start submitting stuff yet. The way we operate is we're very scatterbrained.
Right.
We'll probably, if we do end up hiring someone to help us with this, they'll set up a separate email for all that stuff.
Yes.
So don't go crazy. Speaking of which, have you got anything in the mail? Anything at all?
Oh, well played. Well played. Let me go get that. Well played. I really took a half hour to stop laughing. one.
Really? You didn't mention it, so I didn't.
Because I forgot. I was going to mention it.
Yeah.
I was going to text you both that day.
Right.
And I was just going to go off. But then I was like, you know what? Let me save it for the podcast.
Okay.
Okay, this is your idea of...
Wasn't my idea.
No.
Dude, not only wasn't it my idea, but I added 2 small tweaks to that, and the rest was all Stacey.
Oh, she's got comedic ability?
She's got some chops.
Holy shit. I get in the mail the other day. You guys might recall a back and forth Q and I had some episodes ago. Q's personal assistant, and our friend of 20 years,
right.
Stacy, helped Q get some health insurance a couple of months back.
She did all the paperwork, all the groundwork for me.
And I was at the deadline doing it myself, and it was confusing as hell. It turned out it was so simple that it was confusing as hell. And I reached out to Stacy because I knew she went through the motions. Right. And she texted me a picture of the form, and I think we had maybe a 4 text exchange. I'm not even sure exactly. It was just a quick exchange. But when Q found out that she was helping me, he was against it because you pay her to help you.
That's right. I don't see how it's fair how I have to employ her to get this help, but you're just going to swoop in and get it for free. That just doesn't seem right.
Well, she was just giving me information as a friend, just like if I would call you.
Yeah, but I mean, how far does that go? Like that's so what? That doesn't mean anything to me. I'm still paying for those services.
But I can't not. But you're saying to me then that what you were saying essentially is that
yes,
I lose her as a friend, because
you can't get for free what I pay for. That's what I'm saying.
But she's my friend and she has information. She didn't come here.
That I paid her to get.
Yeah, but she didn't come here, fill out all my forms, mail it, get it back, enroll me.
No, I understand.
That's what you paid her for. But if I call her up as my friend of 20 years and say, hey, did you click this button or what page were you on or whatever?
No, if you call her up and you're like, cause she'd worked in retail for so long and hey, can I borrow that gun that reattaches tags to it? You know what I mean?
own one of those already.
Right. But I'm just trying to think of a retail thing you would ask her for. That's got nothing to do with me.
We'll get into that later, how I return stuff. Do we ever talk about that?
No, we can get into that. But to call her up and to get the exact same information that I paid for, it just seems to me.
It wasn't the exact same information. As a matter of fact, everything changed.
All right, well, just saying. It just seemed off. I didn't like it.
No, I said you'd have an issue if you came to the house and she was cleaning my house for free or something like that. That would be an issue.
I would have a bigger issue with that. That's true.
Yes, and I said, how ridiculous would it be if I called her up and said, "Hey, Stacey, did you guys fill out form 1?" And she was like, "Click, I can't talk to you." But anyway, I got in my house the other day. I got a letter addressed to me, an envelope addressed to me, and I opened it up, and it was an invoice. It's an invoice from Stacy Patella LLC, client Sal Volcano, March 2014. Please make check payable to Brian Quinn.
That wasn't me.
It has service codes. Did you see this thing?
She sent it to me. Yeah.
Service codes, the actual service, the service description, and the price. I'll take you through right now.
Yeah. What
I was charged. You tell me if this is fair. This is what I was charged.
Right.
For basically a 4 text exchange. Okay.
Yeah.
Service code 01-0023. Service online research.
Right.
Online service description. Online research of health insurance. $90. Service code 02-0123. The service was a text message.
Right.
About health insurance information.
Sure.
$40.
Right.
Service code 03-0987. Service missed call. Service description from Sal to me. Says she missed my call.
Right.
$25. I called her. She didn't answer. I'm being billed $25.
Right.
Okay. Service code 010124. Phone call from her to me. 6 minutes long.
She went into her phone to get the exact time of the phone call.
$120.
Yeah. You see what I'm paying every month.
$120.
Right.
Service code 021246. A photo. Sends out picture of Brian's coverage plan. $70.
Yeah, I didn't even know that she was sending out my personal information.
It had none of your information.
Okay.
It basically literally just had the title of the plan that you got.
That's personal information.
It was a part of a page.
Okay.
So basically, a text message with an attachment is $30 more than a regular text message. Service code 666-666. The service is Wrath. Service description: Brian surcharge $500
I wasn't
for
happy.
your Wrath.
I was not happy.
Did you put that in? That's hysterical.
No, she was just the wording of that. She had written another way, and I was like, just do it that way. Honestly, I don't even remember anything besides that one word.
She did. She's on point.
Yeah.
Service code 040343. Service miscellaneous. Friend discount of 20 plus years. I got a discount, guys.
Yeah.
It's a miscellaneous discount she put in for accrued friendship over 20 plus years.
Yeah.
She took $2 off the bill.
Sure. That's
$2.
$1 a decade, my friend.
Right.
Those
$1
are some real savings.
Yes.
Right.
$1, 10 cents a year. Less than a penny a month. My grand total
Right.
for my 6-minute phone call and 2 text exchange with Stacy, $843 payable to you.
Yeah, it's got to come to me. So, I mean, I see a checkbook on the table right here. I don't know if you just want to just spread that.
That's a heavy Wrath charge. That's heavy.
I'll give you a break on that.
Yeah.
I'll give you a break on that. I've calmed down.
I opened it up. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then because
Did she put her return address on it or no?
I don't think she did. I threw that envelope out. It said it was addressed to me. She might have actually.
Yeah. All right.
She actually might have. I think it was a sticker.
Oh yeah, she has those mailing stickers. Yeah, she has those.
But I don't know if I saw that at first.
Okay.
I just ripped it open.
Okay.
Because I thought it might have been something else.
Right.
And when I opened it, it's clearly an invoice.
Right.
And before I the second before my eyes went to the top and saw it was her name, I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Because I saw health insurance and I was like, "Oh my god."
She did a lot of research. She looked up invoices. She took pictures of invoices.
Did she really? Because it looks.
She spent time on it. She spent
Yeah,
time
yeah,
on it. Like I would get texts from her like 2 a.m, being like, "What do you think of this? What do you think
Were you
of this?"
paying her for this time?
What? No, it was her off time.
Okay. That would have been great. The last line is like invoice time.
Billing and receiving. So yeah, and then the last few days, last week, it's been like, has Sal said anything? Has Sal said? And then she saw you Saturday night, and she thought,
I got it. You know when I got it? I got it before then. I got it right the day I left.
yeah, all right,
And I was going to get you guys on the phone that minute.
right,
And I was like, let me see him in person.
right.
And then I completely blanked.
That's funny.
Hysterical.
Cool. All right,
Excellent.
I'll be able to tell her.
You know, it's funny. It's like I had an invoice for my health insurance last month that I had a scare with, right? Because it's due on the 15th.
Right.
Remember that? And I got the invoice on the 14th. And I thought that it still didn't come yet for this month. And I was like freaking out because we were away in like London. And I was like, oh my God, my health insurance, the invoice came the day before it was due. And I thought that if you don't send it on time, that they cancel your health insurance. After all that.
Right.
So I started to think too, like when we go all over the place, it's like hard for us to stay on top of our bills.
Yes.
Sometimes. And if you don't do like the automatic stuff, I don't like to do the automatic stuff because I like to review my bill each month.
Right.
But if you don't pay your bill, everyone knows this, you get tacked on, your APR could change, your finance charges could go higher. If it's a variable,
they'll fuck you if they can.
they'll fuck you.
Right.
And then you get you get the charge $35 if you're late a couple days, whatever like that. So we've been staying on top of it. And that got me to thinking about how I'm always have anxiety and I'm so nervous over my whole life, paying every bill I have on time, paying everything on time, my credit score, so many things affect your credit score. I'm so crazy with that type of stuff, right?
Right. You're on top of it, to say the least.
My credit, I think the highest credit you could have is 850, I think.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know.
The last time I checked my credit was 830.
Okay.
Which is, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I heard they say anything over 660 is good, right? Isn't that what the...
But I'll tell you what else freaks me out. eBay.
What do you mean?
eBay,
the stars?
the rating system on eBay.
Yeah, you and I used to panic. I don't care so much anymore because I don't sell stuff anymore.
Right. No, I don't either. But my cousin lives on eBay and he has I think thousands of sales and purchases.
Right.
I only have 50. I'm 50 for 50, I believe. Or
Right.
like I think I have 100%. But everyone, and that's half me buying and half me whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I sold something, I had such anxiety because like I'd package it, I'd communicate,
Right.
I'd say it's coming out, I put a tracking number, I'd email to that person,
Yes.
I try to wrap it all nice and neat, send it out right away. But sometimes you say you'll send it within 3 business days and something comes up and you send it in 4, whatever it is.
Sure.
And if they just write like no good, when you have that low of whatever,
Right.
and that'll bring you from like 100 to like an 85%, no
Right.
one deals with you. I always had horrible anxiety.
That makes sense because it's at that time in our lives, you and I went through an eBay period where we were eBaying weekly.
Yeah, you'd come over
Right.
and we'd lay everything on the floor,
Right.
take
We'd
photos,
research how much it was supposed to
and then
be.
we'd hang out and just
Yeah.
do eBay.
At eBay. And it was fun, but it was fun. I know it sounds lame and it is.
Well,
But
it's not. It was so arduous to do that. Even though we were hanging out, the fun part though was after you finally finished all of them, you had like 10 things up on eBay,
Right.
To just watch the bids come
Right,
in. You know, because like sometimes you didn't sell something, but sometimes things went for way more than they were worth.
right.
And when that red number became a green, like you hit your totals,
Yes.
it was like almost watching like the stock market or something.
It was exciting, and we would text each other like, "Oh, this just hit over $25 and stuff like that."
And then you have that thing that everyone does, which I never did because I didn't want to mess with it. But you helped me. I think you made me do it for you and my friend Savarese.
Bump up the old.
I ended up doing Savarese. Yeah, like you call a friend that otherwise has no known association to you, and you say, "Dude, you got to outbid this guy. It's not going to work." And I got screwed so many times with that. Like with him,
because you sold it to your friend. You ended up selling it to your friend, right?
Well, what happened was I tried to sell every DVD I had.
Right.
This was like 5-6 years ago.
Did they sell? You sold a bunch.
This was like maybe like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and I put up I had like 600 DVDs. I put up like more than half.
Didn't Gannon want to give you like $50 for them all?
No, he wants to right now.
Yeah, okay.
Because they never sold. I ended up getting them for I put up let's say 200 DVDs, and the price was like 200 and change.
Right.
And I was like, I just wanted a little higher. Like I wanted whatever. So my friend put it. Shut up! I should be saying this.
Yeah,
My friend put it in for me, and he won, and I lost it. And I said, and then I went back to the guy and I said, "Hey,
second chance offering."
This dick who bid on these awesome DVDs,
right?
He said, "Do you want a second?" And he's like, "Nah." I was like, "How do you not want it? You would have won."
He probably had a sense of relief when he lost. He was like, "What am I going to do with you?" I guess
I have every DVD I've ever owned right now.
I know.
Can't do nothing with them now. The most I've been thinking about doing with stuff, because I just bring everything to the Salvation Army.
Right.
But but that's like 600 DVDs. What if I just put them in a box, my 600 DVDs, and if I sell them for charity,
right.
maybe someone, I don't know. I want to.
I think about that because we have, after a season's worth of shooting Practical Jokers,
props and shit.
We just have props, our own clothes that we bought to wear on the show, like the Q's crew outfit, like the breakdancing thing that I had, the hat, even name tags, like the White Castle name tag or the White Castle hat.
Have the White Castle uniforms, IKEA uniforms, but every little thing. I saved the dedication I had to read to the Imagine Dragons concert.
Right.
Like the jokes you write on paper on the fly, all little things. I take them. I have a huge box full of them.
Right.
I was thinking maybe I catalog them and do one big charity auction.
Right. That's what it comes down to, right? Like if we sell them for charity, because all right, let's say somebody's like, all right, I'll buy the sneakers that he wore for the breakdancing thing, $25.
Right.
You send that to like the North Shore Animal League or something like that. Like that's better than the sneakers sitting around my house.
Right.
But it just comes down to time. It's just like,
which is why we need someone to do it for us,
right?
And then pay them like maybe a percentage or something like that.
Right.
Something like that, because I can't do it.
No.
But I think there's a lot of stuff out there people would want. Especially, we could tell our fans are like amazing. Like they're like diehard fans, and I think these things would really be like they'd think they would cool. Like
Oh my god, yeah. Like if I mean, what's one of your favorite shows growing up? Like we are some people's favorite show.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if the people on it were like, hey man, like I'm just put it this way, I went on eBay and I bought animation cells from the old Ghostbusters cartoon, the real Ghostbusters.
Right.
Had them framed, and I'm like, to me, like they were on eBay for like $15. They were nothing.
Right.
But to me, I'm just like, these are fucking amazing. You know what I mean? So I get it. Like, you know, we are that show for some people. So it would sell. It would definitely get something. I mean, if win a date with James Murray fucking netted $7-8 grand, remember that?
Yeah.
Then there's no way props from the show wouldn't get something.
Right.
Did we ever hear how that date went with James?
Yeah.
Speaking of James, I can't get enough of people at meet and greets saying "What say you?" or wearing "What say you" shirts.
Yes, you guys are coming out in droves. You yell out "What say you?" you have "What say you" shirts on. You come to the back of the meet and greet. It's all about "What say you." We have nuggets. We're signing peanut butters, ransom notes, everything like that, and nothing can bother James more. It's not about him. He didn't make it. He didn't create it. He's not involved in it. And we have this whole like fun little thing going back and forth with him now.
Yeah, I mean he's like in it now too. It's not like a serious thing, but like people are coming up at the Foxwood show wearing the "What say you" and the Nugget shirts, and I was like, just go up to James and say "I love you" and "What say you," and he always gave a good reaction. It was funny.
Yeah.
So if you see James Murray, you know. Just tell him how much you love him on "What Say You." It's great.
I hope we're not following James on Twitter, right?
What do I look like, a fucking asshole?
Okay, good. I don't follow. Do you?
on my regular account, I do.
I don't.
You don't. You why? Because of the retweets.
Yeah,
He favorites a lot.
It's too much because it keeps coming up as identified.
But they changed that. They changed the settings, so now you can go back to just seeing notifications. Like what Twitter set the default was, everything involving you comes up in your timeline. Now it's just. Now, with my settings, it's just like when somebody tweets you or retweets.
Okay, because all day long I was getting everything he did, and I had to stop it.
Yeah, he favorites a lot. What's the point of favoriting? Well, if you favorite everything,
I don't know.
What's your favorite?
I don't know. I just favorite things that like really, 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 really like.
I don't think I've ever favorited the thing. I think I do it on accident. Every once in a while, I'll hit the star, and then I'll have to look deep within myself to see if I can live with that star being out there in my name. So.
So for eBay,
okay, right.
I have a story actually.
Oh, this is it. We're here.
I have the story in my head.
Right. Oh, we've been sitting on this for a while.
I wanted to tell a story about this, and I wanted to have the paper trail to back it up because I have it on my old desktop.
Right.
But the thing is a dinosaur, and so here we are again in another case where I'm about to tell a story, and you won't see the actual paper trail of it until I get to find it. That being said, I hope you enjoyed it. It's not.
You know what? You don't really need the paper trail for this one,
right? But it would be funny for them to see it,
right?
But if I can get it, I will. But anyway, back in the day when we used to eBay, I eBayed and I had purchased an external DVD burner.
A big deal back in the day.
Big deal. It's like when they were like
right.
DVD burners came out, and then if you didn't have one already, you got the external because you didn't want to get rid of your computer. I got it. I never used it. It was new in the box, brand new. I go to eBay it. I put it up. It's perfect. I put up the pictures, the description, everything.
Right.
It gets sold. It gets sold for a very reasonable price. It was like $65. Okay. I write the person right away. Remember, I told you I was like just so concerned with making it a pleasant experience. So I would always have 100 average on eBay. So I write the guy right away. I say, hey, you won. All good. Congrats. I'll mail it within 3 days. I'll send you a confirmation number. So on and so forth. He doesn't write me back. He doesn't have to.
Sure.
But that's just a fact to know.
Just letting you know what type of guy this guy is off the bat.
Well, I don't even think he didn't even have to write me back. I'm just letting you know.
Didn't have to, but you wrote a nice letter.
Believe me, the protocol wasn't even for him to necessarily return it. That's not why I'm saying it. What I'm saying is he had an opportunity to write me back, which he should have utilized, which you'll find out later. So I package the thing up nice, I wrap it up, I send it to his address on record in Arizona. For those of you not familiar with eBay, once he makes a purchase, I get his information. It says his name, his shipping address, and it tells me how he paid me and when he paid me, and that's it. And we can leave each other a little missive or whatever. So I left him that, and I got it out. I mailed it on time. Okay. About 3 weeks pass, and I get a note. He paid me through PayPal.
Okay.
about 3 weeks pass, and I don't have a rating from him yet, and I don't have any communication from him. And out of nowhere, I get a letter, an email from PayPal saying that due to a possible, to a possible infraction on your part, there was an attempt to get money back from someone, and your account now is under review, and you have a complaint logged against you. And, you'll wait to hear from us on further notice. Like, they might suspend my account. They might just refund his money. They might side with me. I'm in arbitration right now.
Sure.
I have no idea what the hell they're talking about or who they're talking about. Right? So I look it up, and it's the fucking guy. His name was Frank. And he just called PayPal, logged a complaint against me, tried to get his money back, never contacted me. So I wrote to him, and I said...
I'm sorry, you sent it to him at this point?
This was 3 weeks ago. I mailed the DVD burner.
So he has the DVD burner.
3 weeks.
Right. Okay.
So I contacted him. I said, hey, Frank, I got this thing from PayPal saying that I have an infraction and they're reviewing my account and our situation's in arbitration. I have no idea what they're talking about. I said, I gave you the confirmation number. I mailed it within 2 days, everything. Right. I said, is there any issue? Could you let me know? And he wrote back. He's like, yeah. And he just wrote back and I wrote it so professional and
sure.
like I really.
You're going for that 4-star rating.
Sure, I am. Yeah. So he just wrote me back some he just scribbled yeah, I told you my address was in Jersey, and you didn't mail it to that address. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, I mailed it to your address on. So then I went and looked. And
right.
I said, what is this? So what it is he changed his address on PayPal. Doesn't matter. He didn't change his address on eBay. So his family lives in Arizona. He moved to Jersey. So I went to his family's house. He still was in possession of it.
Right.
So I look on eBay. His address, even 3 weeks later after this arbitration, is still Arizona.
Right.
He says he told me to send it to Jersey. I look on PayPal. On PayPal, his address is New Jersey.
Okay.
But that he didn't change it in both places. He made the mistake of thinking it was changed for when he purchases something. But little does he know, everything he purchases is going to Arizona. Right. He didn't make the proper change. So I wrote him back.
Frank's fault.
Frank's fault. I wrote him back. I said, Frank, I was confused about what happened, so I thoroughly researched the problem, and I think I found the issue. It seems that you put your new address on your PayPal account. However, when you make a purchase on eBay, I get forwarded your eBay information. Right. If you look right now, your eBay information was never updated, and it still has your Arizona address. Thus, the DVD burner and anything you purchase or win from eBay is going to go to that address until you make the change.
It was plain spoken. This is a problem.
I said. Right. As you can see by the confirmation number, your DVD.
I like how your tone even changes to a slightly subservient. How may I help you?
In the tone of the story.
Yeah, in the tone of the story. You're like, Frank, you have to understand. The address was changed.
Because that's the tone I was thinking when I was typing.
Great. You're an excellent storyteller. Right. That's all.
So I wrote, listen, I said, as you can see by the confirmation number, the package was accepted and received in Arizona. Do you still know the person there? Are they not there? And you wrote back, yeah, it's real annoying now because I don't have it yet and I needed it. And now I got to try and get it from Arizona, which is a bit annoying.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. I said, you've never written me once to let me know that was an issue, but you just went straight ahead to PayPal and put a possible suspension on my account for fraud or whatever you did. And so I was like, so you knew that it got delivered to Arizona. I said, and also if I didn't, why would I intentionally send it to the wrong address after you quote unquote told me, that you didn't? Right. And two, how would I even have your old Arizona address?
Sure.
Right. I didn't, you didn't call me and say, hey, I have two addresses, Arizona and Jersey. Make sure you send it to Jersey.
Right.
So it was just I said, you could have called me to rectify this. I said, I would have been more than happy to. I said, I either would have, we would have got to the bottom of it 3 weeks ago. I said, I would have even, if you really insisted, I probably would have just took a return.
Right.
I was like, but instead you called PayPal and now I might get my PayPal privileges revoked.
Right.
Because I'm not even sure why. Why wouldn't you just contact me first? The first course of action, just contact the seller.
Right.
It would have took a 1-line email. We would have resolved it within a day or two.
Right.
Now, 3 weeks later, we're in this little tussle. Right.
Right.
So, I said, I don't know what I could do for you now, buddy. I said, now I don't think I'd be willing to go that far for you. I was like, I don't understand why you had to do that. It just seems like the most, I gotta find the email, but I really, really worded it in a way that just was like professional and courteous,
Sure.
but was like, what can I do? Never answers me.
Okay.
I assume that he worked out the thing and got it on his own, but I have no idea.
Right. What had happened with PayPal?
I don't know if he gave me a negative eBay review.
Okay.
I'm not sure. PayPal, I kept the money. Nothing ever happened to my PayPal account. Nothing. It just dropped off the face of the earth.
Great.
I didn't go any further. I'm assuming he just was like, this is more trouble than it's worth.
Right.
I don't even know what. He got his thing. I waited and I waited for that negative eBay thing to come. I don't think it ever came.
Okay.
That was it. I was done with Frank. I was done with the external hard drive.
On your merry way.
Never heard from him again.
Right.
That's it. That's the end of the story.
Right.
Okay. A while later, 2 years.
2 full years.
2 full years, 24 months later, I'm out in Manhattan,
Right.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Drinking it up, having some fun with the friends and everything like that. Come home. It's about 4 a.m.
Sure.
4 or 5 a.m. I get in my house. I'm a little tipsy. I open up my laptop, check, whatever. Check my email, check Facebook, whatever. And I have an email. And I don't know who it's from. I don't recognize the name.
Right.
I open it up, and it's from Frank.
Mm.
It's from Frank from eBay. The guy, the external hard drive
Right.
guy. It's the response to the email
Right.
that I sent him 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That courteous response,
Right.
the courteous, thorough response that I told him I researched everything. It seems that this is the problem. I don't know why you decided to go straight to PayPal. I would have been happy to resolve it for you. I hope that you make the change so this doesn't happen to you on your future purchases. Let me know where you'd like to go from here, but I'm really not sure where we can because of the infraction, blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then he also threw in back then, I'm sure it don't work. Like,
Okay.
I don't even know what he meant. I was like, it is, in fact, never used as I stated.
Right.
Oh, no. Then I'm sorry. I missed one small part of the story. He told me all that. I told him that. He then got the DVD burner and he wrote me back. This is after the PayPal complaint. He got the DVD. I said, this is why you should have just called me. I would have helped you in any which way I could. Whatever. He then went through the motions, got the burner, and then wrote to me, I opened the burner. It don't work.
Right.
I think it's, I don't know what you sold me, but it doesn't work. So I wrote him back, Frank. The DVD burner was new and sealed
Right.
in the box. I was like, I assure you, it works. I'm sure this is a case of you are not looking at the manual or using it properly.
Right.
I was like, it was sealed in a box. I said, if anything, your problem's with the manufacturer, but I'm sure it works. I said, here's a link. I said, there's an online manual to it.
So you even went above and beyond with that.
I'm sure it's not.
Okay.
I'm sure it don't work like you stated. Right. 2 years later, he never answers it.
Right.
2 years later, I come home. Okay.
Right.
I'm probably eating a knish.
Right.
I'm sitting on my kitchen table. I open my laptop. I'm like, Frank, I think his name was like Frank Buddha or something like that. I open up the thing. I'm looking and I see, and it's from him. And I'm like, what? Because the subject line is the RE.
Sure.
And it's like IO, like DVD external burner. And I'm like,
Right.
so it rings a bell. I'm like, holy fuck,
Right.
am I drunk? This can't be. This is, and it's 2 years later.
Right.
I open up the email and it's an email from Frank. The beginning, middle, and end, the entire body, the entire sentence, everything is, you're an ass. 3 words. 3 words.
2 years.
24 months later, he responds with, you're an ass. That's it. It was so ridiculous and brilliant.
Right.
It was ridiculous and brilliant. And now it was sent at like 4 a.m. too.
Sure.
So what I figure is he went out, he got drunk,
Right.
he came home, threw open his email and was like looking it through old emails and just like, fuck this guy. I'm just going to fire up that he's an ass.
Right.
2 years later, he brings it. I was so, mind you, I never did anything wrong. Never. I did nothing wrong. I was only courteous to this man. I did all that I could to help him. And he sinks that low and he just drops on me, you're an ass. The way this resonated with me at a 4 a.m. drunk time period, I was a mixture of in his hysterics of laughter and enraged.
Right.
Like I was literally laughing like, who the fuck? I had such confusing emotions because it's also just so fucking funny because either he's a genius or he's a drunk idiot most likely, but he didn't mean to stumble on such comedic timing.
Right.
And it was so potent in its simplicity.
Yeah.
3 words.
And you couldn't stop talking about it.
Not even fuck you.
Yeah.
Or hey, you know what? I just saw this old thing. It never worked. I think he just wrote, you're an ass, and he just let it lie there and put it out into the ether. Yeah, just send. Exactly.
It rocked your world.
It rocked my world.
You couldn't stop talking about this.
It was 3 in the
morning. What year was this?
This had to be at least 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Because you were obsessed with it.
7 years ago.
Rightfully so. It's amazing.
I couldn't believe it. I printed out the emails. I brought them to work with me, and I would show everyone the emails. I would read them the chain that I wrote. You would think I was the CEO of a company. The way that I wrote, I'm telling you, it was beautiful the way I worded this thing. And then I'd read all that, and then they're like, all right, what happened? I'd be like, and I'd show them, it just goes, you're an ass. 2 years later. And everyone's crying, laughing. I'm like, this motherfucker, he really got under my skin. And I was going to just fire one back to him and be like, fuck you, you asshole. I'm the, what are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah. Or even just say, you jerk. Like, I did everything. There's no reasoning with this guy.
No.
There's no reason with
Frank does not know reason.
Joe Savarese he was as obsessed as I was, my buddy. And he went to Facebook, typed in his full name and his city, and found a picture of the guy. And he's like, dude, you're never going to believe what this guy looks like. And the guy is a fucking geek, right?
Really?
Yeah, he has like nerdy glasses. He looks nerdy.
Do you still have that? Can we get him?
I have it. Oh, my God.
Get him?
Oh, my God. I will find this guy and we'll get him on the fucking show.
Well, there's more to the story. So let's not get ahead of myself.
So we're crying at what the guy looks like. Well, now he'll never come on the show that he hears this. But we're crying at what he looks like. Well, I shouldn't say he's a geek, but he's not like he didn't look like what I thought is what he should say.
Right.
He was older. He had glasses. A little bit of a heavyset dude. Like he just. I don't know. Like it was just hysterical to put your ass to that picture. So we're crying, and then like every so often, like Joe Savarese just texts me, "You're an ass" with that photo. Right. So it's become like a meme between us, right? So I had an idea, and I didn't tell anybody my idea.
Right.
I didn't tell anyone. It was so hard to keep this secret, but I'm like, I got to get this guy back. I got to do something.
Right.
What can I do? What would be the best thing for me to do? How could I really get this guy?
Right.
How could I blindside him? How could I make up for how he made me feel with his urine ass?
Right.
What is the perfect checkmate to do to this guy?
Right. There's an obvious answer.
What?
Well, what you did. I don't want to ruin it for you.
Okay. What I did was, and this may be one of my most shining moments.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
I waited 2 years. I waited 2 full years. Now,
counting down the time.
Counting it
you
down.
didn't forget.
No.
You were like, I'll worry about this in 2 years.
Every day I was like, I crossed the one thing off my calendar. Every day. I did that like red line through the day.
Right.
We are now 4 years removed from the sale of this external hard drive.
The technology is outdated.
It's completely obsolete.
Right.
It's 48 months later.
Right.
A child that didn't exist before now is learning script.
Right.
Like that's 4 years. Wars have begun and ended.
And won and lost in less than 4 years.
Yeah.
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 So 4 years later,
Yeah.
what do?
I open up my email.
And you knew the day was coming.
Yeah, I knew it was
You're like,
coming.
next Thursday is 2 years to the day
Right.
that I got this from Frank.
Right.
Great.
I open up my email and I write him back. No. You're the ass.
Oh, God.
That's all I wrote.
That is funny.
I just don't know. You're the ass. 2 years later.
Right. And how long ago was that?
Oh man. I mean, at this point, that was probably it's been years now.
So he didn't sadly Frank didn't.
No. I mean, he had to have received mine.
Yeah.
Like, what did he do when he received it? Is he like one of these dolts that just like saw it and was like, what a jerk? Or was he like, oh my God, that's fucking funny?
If he did, I feel like if he had that reaction, he would have gotten back to you.
Right.
You know?
I mean, I could see like a friendship coming to that. You know?
Yeah, it would be sad if it went to his spam folder and he never saw it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That would be upsetting to me. Yeah. We got to get in touch with him.
I have to go on my desktop.
Yeah.
I tried for last podcast to do it, and I found the original sale and the original email, but I didn't find the back and forth yet. And I know I have it because I would never erase it.
Right.
So I just got to find it.
Yeah,
But
you have to find it.
If we will get him on,
Yeah.
or at least at the very least, I'll show you guys the exact wording of everything.
Yeah.
But
That's a great story, man. That's
yeah.
a great story.
That's really the first time I told a story in the longest time ever. So I don't know if it was a little drawn out, but
That was great. All right. Well, look, here we go. We're 47 minutes at this point.
okay.
So why don't we wrap this up? We'll kind of do a short episode this week because we're shooting tonight. It's a Joe punishment tonight,
Yes.
so we're very excited about that. We want to get there and make sure everything is prepped.
So can we say what it is or no?
Yeah, we can because Joe. Well, this is going up tonight. Yeah. What difference does it make,
There's
right?
no difference.
I mean, we're spoiling the end of one of the episodes, I guess. But who
But just
cares?
for our listeners, but it's not spoiling it. If you don't want to know, you shut it off now. But I'm thinking they want to know.
Okay, that's right.
Little. You got.
Well, I mean, it's not the app company anymore, right? We had the last minute location change.
Oh, it's still the apps. Though.
It's still the apps.
Yeah, which we have to look over it now.
So Joe, for his punishment tonight, and that's kind of what we got to work on now, is going to be presenting an app as his own.
Right. To a tech group, he's presenting a brand new app that has like a lot of different user functionality.
And whereas normally it would be a very funny punishment, and it would be, certainly a season 1, season 2 punishment to just have that be it.
Well, because the apps are ridiculous.
Right. The apps
are like female, and it's like email for just women.
Right.
And it has all the reasons why it's geared to women. And there's another one called, the one I loved was Where It At. It's like a GPS app where you can locate things. It's called Where It At. And it's a GPS app where you can locate things like restaurants or Cash for Gold.
So, all right. So that's going on tonight. But we're like, you know what? We're the tail end of season 3 now. And everything's been getting bigger and bigger. How can we do this? So, we're having Joe we're having Joe, put it this way, right now, somewhere hard at work is a transvestite expert working with Emily, our makeup girl, to completely transform Joe. Joe doesn't know any of this.
Right.
Into a woman. Because we put him in the wedding dress. And we were like, he just looks ridiculous. But now we're going to actually try and make him look like a woman. And
right, not like a dress and a wig like Halloween.
Oh, yeah. This isn't a drag show. Like, we're not making fun of anything.
No. We want him to look like a functioning like a transvestite by choice, like
Right.
today, today's day and age,
Right.
like authentic, like.
Not to make fun of transvestites. Not
No.
to do anything besides give Joe to
Joe's not a transvestite.
Joe's not a transvestite. So to throw him off his game, we're just going to completely turn him into a woman.
But no, with the juxtaposition of him feeling uncomfortable and
Right.
fish out of water, but then try to explain his app.
We're pretty excited by it.
Yeah.
So that's tonight. So we just got to do a little tweaking on the apps today for him. So that's why we got to go. But it's going to be funny. I hope. I mean, I'm going to die.
Ugh, I'm gonna have a headache. by the
He's
end.
going to make the ugliest.
Yeah, woman.
I can't wait. Okay, so we're going to cut this a little bit short. This is going to go up tonight. I'm going to send this right over to Declan. We are in Nashville, like Sal said at the top of the show this weekend, and we have plans to definitely put out a regular episode this week. But also, since we're at the comedy festival, we're hoping to get some special guests.
Yes.
At the very least, our boys from Sullivan and Son
Right.
are going to be there, so we'll snag some. I'd love to get Roy back on, I'd love to get Steve on.
Yeah.
Like this, they're great guys.
We got to try and maybe bring more mics.
Yeah, we could do that.
Or we'll sit around.
Yeah, we could do that. So that's coming. It's going to be an exciting weekend for us podcast wise.
Right.
Hopefully. And should we mention anything about Roy being on?
Looks like it's happening.
It's pretty. I think it's a done deal at this point. But we're shooting Joker's Wild now, which is a spin-off of sorts. It's really more like it's developed into kind of a sketch comedy show.
They need to get his stuff for a side.
Yeah, we got to talk about that today too. And we nailed our first guest for that.
Right.
And appropriately for Sal and I, because he was our first guest on What Say You, it's going to be Roy Wood. We wrote a pod for him. We talked it over on the phone with him, and he instantly made it better. He instantly made it great. Like his ideas that he started going right from the hip were great. So we're excited about that. So it's probably a no-brainer to have Roy on, or even when he comes to New York to shoot, which is next week.
Right.
So you look forward to the return of Roy Wood very shortly. And that's it. So Sal, you want to try and make your phone call?
Yes.
Block your number?
Yes.
And we'll get to work.
Okay.
And thank you, everybody at home. I know our schedule has been a little bit wonky lately, but that was because of the London trip mainly, and because making the show. We appreciate everybody's patience. How was that, Sal? Sound sincere?
Yes, it did. All right. I'm just going to dial a New York number because we don't have the time to look up a foreign.
Okay.
All right. It's on speaker. Come on. Oh, it's not on speaker.
It's ringing?
It's ringing. Uh-oh. I wasn't prepared.
Sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected.
Son of a
Or is no
bitch.
longer in
Well,
service.
thank you for listening to What Say You this week. I'm Brian Quinn,
I'm Sal
and
Lacana.
we will talk to you soon.
I heard that Rome wasn't built in a day. Then how come everyone is rushing to get ahead? And if I seem to be reserved, that's just my way. Your questions seem like you're interrogating me. Yeah, I try. Then again, I don't try. I get an F for effort. I get a D next time. Okay. Here we go. I heard the lemon metaphor 4 million times, and I don't stand for lemonade, don't ask me why. And would a beverage stand be a job that be desired? And where would I get the wood, and should I try? Should I try? Then again, I don't try. I get an F for effort. I get a 65. Yeah, I try. Yeah. Then again, I don't try. I get an F for effort. I might as well just. currency don't grow like leaves on trees, then how come my money comes and goes so seasonally? And I wish farmers planted plants instead of thieves. My friend pays a ton of green for greener groceries. Yeah, she tries, then again she don't try. She gets an F for effort. She'll plant a tree next time. Yeah, she tries, then again I don't try. I get an F for effort. I get a D next time. Yeah, I try, then again I don't try. I get an F for effort. I get a 65. Yeah, I try, then again I don't try. I get an F for effort. I might as well just die.
Next message.
Hi, Cassie. Listen now, Pia. Please call me what you say, not have heat.
End of message.